What in the world is going on, everybody? So everybody already knows this. Ronda Rousey is going to fight Holm next instead of Meisha Tate when the UFC publicly stated, dudes and dudettes, that she was going to fight Tate. And Tate has come out and said that she has already been training specifically for Ronda because she was promised the next title shot. And of course, when they announced that Tate would be next, everyone was saying, oh, come on. This BS. I mean, she already demolished her 2 times already. It's like, I wonder what's going to happen the 3rd time. People weren't too thrilled about it. But then again, who are they going to put up against Rousey? Who can stand toe-to-toe with her? Who can give her a good challenge? Well, then it comes out that she's going to fight Holm. And Tate says something like, not even a phone call. A phone call would have been nice. If the UFC would have let her know in advance that they were not going to go with her. And I want to say this. If you've been following the fight game, the UFC fight game for a while, you know that the UFC just puts out, boom, big announcements, and the fighters find out the same time you do. That, seriously, like, you're going to be fighting this person. Boom. There's been times where the UFC, says, put it this way. I'm going to link down a video below. There's superb, awesome podcast with Kung Lee. Watch the whole thing. Very, very interesting. Because, the UFC right now are being sued by a lot of fighters at their shady business practices, to say the least. And it's really awesome to see a little bit behind the scenes now that these fighters have come out and started talking bad about the UFC. Well, actually, I don't know if it's bad or the truth, but they're experienced when dealing with the UFC. We already know that they, a lot of times, don't tell the fighters who they're even going to fight. It's crazy. Like this, for example. This is just another example. They tell Meisha she's going to fight Ronda, and then, boom, she finds out just like everybody else did. No, you're not. Holm is. And I honestly really wonder, did Holm even know about this? I'm sure they fucking told her. I mean, they would be really stupid if they didn't. But I do want to say this. She hasn't said shit. Holly has not said anything. Not even on Twitter. Nothing. And I also want to say this. Holm has publicly come out and said, I'm taking my time with this. I don't want to rush anything. I'm slowly building up my skills. And throw him right in there with the best. Is she ready? Hell no. Was she ready? Hell no. She's going to need a shitload of a long fuck. Just, I already know about her past and her fucking, all I know about her accolades, right? Just take a look at her last fights. Even her last fight. Her last fight I only saw 1 round of. And I said, it looks like she's sparring. It looked like she was sparring. I said, she is... This was back when I saw this. I said, she is so far from even being close to a title shot. It's not even funny. And then, boom! Here we go! Fighting for the title. Is she ready? Hell no. Does she know she's ready? Hell no. She knows she's not ready. The only woman that has given Ronda any problems is Meisha. So, this is the other thing. What fight would make more money? A third Meisha fight or a fight with Holly? A third Meisha fight, obviously. So why the F is the UFC doing? This is what I think they're doing, everybody. UFC 200 is coming up, right? July next year. I think they want her on that card. So, like I said, what makes more money? Meisha or Holly? they don't want to throw this Meisha Tate opportunity out right now when they could build it up and have it be worth even more in UFC 200, dude. Another thing, Chris Cyborg, the only fucking other woman that could honestly give Ronda a run for her money, cash. They might be trying to set that fight up for UFC 200. I know they are trying to set the fight up, but specifically for UFC 200. So they're covering their bases in case that fight doesn't get done. They got the Meisha fight, assuming she's gonna beat Holm, which, duh, I could tell you right now, duh, it's gonna be like Kyle Uno versus BJ Penn, baby. If you know what I'm talking about, good for you. BJ Penn rules, dog. Anyway, Holm versus Ronda Rousey is gonna be like BJ Penn versus Kyle Uno, dude. That's a fucking sick fight. Anyway, definitely watch this Kung Lee podcast that he did with Nate Quarry. The more you learn about the UFC practices, the more you're like, what? Things are effed up, dude. Effed up.